Hi, my name is Harisha Lango, student number 218187781, and the date is March 29th, 2022. Today I'm going to teach you a little bit about photosynthesis, well, mainly the light-dependent photosynthesis cycle. This process is the main reason we can call this planet a home. This process, or photosynthesis, started 400 million years ago in tiny microscopic organisms, converting sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to create oxygen and glucose. We will be looking at light-dependent photosynthesis through the eyes of a plant. This type, which creates the oxygen that we breathe, consists of two parts, or photosystems. The first, called plastocyanin ferredoxin oxidoreductase, which we will call photosystem 1, or PS1, and the second, called water plastoquinone oxidoreductase, or what we will call photosystem 2, or PS2. A plant gets its water from the ground through its root system, which is then drawn up the stem of the plant and into the leaves, where most of the photosynthesis occurs. The carbon dioxide is taken into the leaves through tiny pores on the bottom of the leaf called stomata. These important pores are also what lets the oxygen out. The sunlight is absorbed by the leaves through special organelles in plant cells called chloroplasts. Inside the chloroplasts are towers of grana containing structures called thylakoids, which house the chlorophyll inside their membranes. The chlorophyll gives plants their green color, but also allows them to convert sunlight into usable energy. To see the actual process, we have to go into the thylakoid, but there are some things that you need to know first. Inside cells, you will find membranes, like our own cell membranes, made up of compounds called phospholipids, which are hydrophobic and hydrophilic. Two of these layers of phospholipids create a special type of barrier, called a membrane. These membranes hold important proteins, receptors, enzymes, and can keep gradients of compounds inside, which allows cells to do many of their amazing things. We will start with photosystem 2, or PS2. So on the thylakoid membrane, a particle of light energy called a photon is absorbed by the chlorophyll held there, where the energy from the proton is taken by an electron in the chlorophyll. This electron is then taken and moved down the process by proteins called mobile electron carriers. After the loss of the electron, the chlorophyll molecule, unhappy with what happened, will actually take an electron off of a water molecule inside the thylakoid to replace the one that was taken away. This breaks down the water into oxygen, which we get to breathe, and hydrogen ions. The excited electron that was carried away earlier in the reaction is taken to a place called the cytochrome complex. This complex uses some of the energy from the excited electron to pump one more proton or hydrogen atom, like the ones created earlier in the reaction, into the thylakoid, as well as transferring some of that energy to the next photosystem. This proton pump and the hydrogen created from the breakdown of water earlier in the reaction creates a high concentration of proteins inside the lumen of the thylakoid, which the thylakoid then can use to create ATP, using the energy of the protons pushing from the gradient through an enzyme called ATP synthase. The rest of the energy in the electron is then passed to photosystem 1, where it is used by another enzyme named NAD+ reductase, which creates another molecule named NADPH. This is the end of the light-dependent photosynthesis cycle, but the ATP and NADPH created here is what is used to create the glucose via the light-independent photosynthesis cycle, but that is another topic. Thank you.